Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Days and welcome to this very special video. I had a eureka moment in regards to what happened at Super Showdown. There's something that's been bugging me and it's something that's really occupied my thoughts since Super Showdown. And the thing that's been bugging me is, why do they want to take the title off of the Fiend? I understand that they want to put it onto Roman. I feel like the Fiend lost so that Roman doesn't have to beat the Fiend at WrestleMania. Roman is getting positive responses at the moment, positive reactions. If he beats the Fiend, he doesn't get positive reactions at WrestleMania. People love the Fiend. He stands a better chance of getting positive reactions if he beats Goldberg. So that's why Goldberg has beaten the Fiend, and then Roman can beat Goldberg. But the thing that's been bugging me, and I have mentioned this during the watch-along, during videos that we've done, why do they want to take the title off the Fiend at all? And it dawned on me. It dawned on me. I know why. I know why. And you could say that it is this person's fault. This person is the reason why they want Roman to be champion, which is why the Fiend has lost the championship. It all comes down to this person. The person that I'm blaming is not Vince McMahon. It's not Bray Wyatt. It's not Roman Reigns. It's not Goldberg. The person that I'm blaming for this, The Rock. I'm blaming The Rock. Now that is going to be a bit of a surprise, but this has happened before. This has happened before. Triple H versus Sting. The reason why Sting lost at WrestleMania was because of The Rock. Right, now, I understand that this might not be making much sense. It's about to make a lot of sense. So, the reason why Sting lost to Triple H was because they were building up Triple H. They were turning him into this big heel. Because next year at WrestleMania 32 at the time, it was meant to be Triple H versus The Rock. So that meant then that Triple H could go in, he could be bragging about beating Sting, and it would all be building towards Triple H versus The Rock. Now, sadly, that match never happened. They couldn't get The Rock's filming schedule to kind of work and for him to get the time off that was required. So sadly, it meant that Sting lost for no reason, really. A lot of people think that Sting lost because of WCW and Vince wanted to put WWE over. There's no truth in that. Triple H has said on documentaries on the network that the plan was to build towards Triple H versus The Rock. Plus also this whole WCW being buried thing. Look at Goldberg. Goldberg is now a 2-time Universal Champion, so clearly Vince isn't burying WCW. So yeah, that's not the reason. The reason was because of The Rock. That is what I think has happened here. They want to put the title on Roman at WrestleMania because there's been rumours now for a long time of Roman versus The Rock. What if that is penciled in for WrestleMania 37? They can't have Roman just bobbing around anymore. He can't just have feuds now with the likes of King Corbin and doing little feuds with other people. He now has got to get into that main event picture. He has got to be main eventing. He has got to be champion. He's got to be all over the place so that they've got 1 year to build him up so that he gets back to where he was, and then we get the mega match. Roman Reigns versus The Rock, WrestleMania 37. The first step towards that was taken last night. You got the title off the Fiend onto Goldberg so that Roman beats Goldberg at WrestleMania. that now makes a lot of sense. I've seen a lot of people coming up with theories. They're trying to explain why the Fiend lost. You know, is it a case that there's no history? This is a very popular theory that's kind of exploded over the past 12, 24 hours. You know, the fact that there was no history between the Fiend and Goldberg, so it meant that Goldberg went in with no fear. I don't subscribe to that at all. I really hate that theory, actually, because what that theory says is that if there was no history, then the Fiend is always going to struggle against those people. So that means we're realistically saying that if that theory is true, Fiend's going to struggle against Ricochet. He's going to struggle a bit more against Aleister Black. He's going to struggle against Buddy Murphy. Like, that really doesn't help the long-term perspective, the long-term prospects of the Fiend character. I think what's happening here is people are trying to find theories for something that a theory just doesn't fit. The truth is, the Fiend losing had nothing to do with the Fiend. This is nothing to do with the Fiend character. It's all about Roman and The Rock. It's all about building towards that match. As I said, you know, a lot of people saying that because there was no history between the Fiend and Goldberg, Goldberg wasn't scared, and that's the secret, not being scared, not having that history. But I would argue that Daniel Bryan wasn't scared. Daniel Bryan said that he knew the secret of the Fiend, and the secret was that the Fiend was scared. You know, Daniel wanted a strap match so that he could keep the Fiend close. He wasn't scared of the Fiend. He was trying to stop the Fiend from running away. So I really don't buy into that theory. I like the idea that there was no history and that could have played a part. But I honestly think people are trying to find theories for something where there isn't a need. There's not a need for a theory. I don't think that this loss, the way it happened, I don't think anything about it makes sense. I don't think you can make sense out of it. It doesn't make sense. But the reason why it doesn't make sense is because this is not long-term planning. This is nothing to do with the Fiend. The Fiend character in this situation was the afterthought. The Fiend character in this situation lost the title because they're focused on Roman versus The Rock. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. I appreciate that this is a theory, but that is a match that has been teased, rumoured. There was rumours we were going to get it this year as well, quite a few times. So I'm quietly confident that's what we're building towards. Plus the fact we've seen it before. This is exactly what happened with Triple H and Sting at WrestleMania 32. They've been trying to get The Rock to do a match and have a match at WrestleMania for a long time. He would do it for Roman, their family. So we know that he would have that match with Roman. Maybe it's penciled in for next year. Awesome, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. Leave your comments below and hopefully I'll see you again next time. Bye for now.